Day 3 of our trip to St. Martin. Actually, we're going on a day trip again to a different island. Today we're going to Saba, which is part of the Dutch Caribbean. We're so excited! Another day on another catamaran. The catamaran to Saba takes 1.5 hours one way and 1.5 hours back. This is actually longer than our trip to St. Bart's. It was only 1 hour each way. Nonetheless, we're really excited to go to Saba. Here is the view when we finally see Saba. Saba is a very small island in the Dutch Caribbean. To be honest, I never heard about it before. I'm not really sure how well known it is either, but I had to get a pic. Such a great view. I also had to get a view of the captains. Thanks for our captain for doing such a great job. Catamaran rides are very bumpy, but don't worry, they can withstand a lot. Just make sure you bring seasick medicine. You can also watch the horizon to try to prevent seasickness. When you're bobbing up and down, the horizon is always consistent. It's actually a science. It worked for me and I have bad motion sickness. Not too long afterward, we finally arrived at the dock. Since Saba is another country, you do need your passport. We also met with our tour guide here and he picked us up and drove us around. I don't know a lot about Saba, but according to our tour guide, this area is very wealthy and no one here is really poor. According to our tour guide, 1 month before we came, Jeff Bezos came and he helped him. This area is the town that we're driving through. Saba is very, very small, but the views are very spectacular here. It's so beautiful. Our tour guide said this road is basically their Great Wall of China. I'll definitely admit it's super beautiful. He took us to see various viewpoints of Saba. It's absolutely stunning to see the town from this perspective. He also took us to some of the highest points that you can drive to so we can look at the views. It's so incredibly beautiful, isn't it? Apparently there are a lot of houses in secluded areas that are really high up. I had to get a photo of the views. It's just stunning. Also, Saba is also a very expensive little island because everything here is imported. They have no farms on the island. The island is extremely tiny. But because it's so tiny, there's also not a lot of things to do here. Because the island doesn't have a lot to offer, a lot of people actually study here to become doctors. Even more reason for them to focus on their studies. I recommend coming to Saba for just 1 day. They're not really known for their beaches, but here is one of the beaches that they have. I think one of the main reasons people would come to Saba is to see the beauty, and that doesn't take too long, so you don't need tons of time here. Here is a beautiful mural that was by the beach. Next we went to an artisanal glass blowing shop. This woman uses Venetian glass, also known as Murano glass. She has the glass imported from Venice and then makes tons of crafts with them. She's really talented. All of the Murano glass items in her shop are made by her by hand. It's very fascinating watching her work, but I will admit I don't think I learned that much from it. Not that I was gonna take it up as a hobby. She has a lot of colors, as you can see. Right now I believe she's making a charm. Let me know if you can guess what she's making. Take a few moments and see if you know what she's making. I actually couldn't tell at first. The answer is actually that she's making a fish. It's so cute. Afterwards, we shopped in her little store. The little beaded fish charms are $20 each, as you can see. My boyfriend bought me some earrings and I think they're so cute. After some shopping, we decided to go get lunch. The views from this place is so nice. Everything also tasted so delicious and healthy and fresh. I had a BLT with vegetables and my boyfriend had a fish sandwich with vegetables. I don't drink, but they had some really interesting drink flavors on the menu. Let me know in the comments if you've heard of these. My boyfriend got a cocktail. I don't remember which one it was though. He also did a free rum tasting here. I'm assuming it was part of the tour because I don't know why it was free. Had to get a picture here. It's so beautiful. The restaurant that we ate in is actually part of a local hotel called Joanne's. As part of the tour, we were allowed to stay in the common areas for the day. It seems like a really nice and relaxing place. We also did roam around the town as well, though. There's so many adorable places that you can take photos here. The cute little cottages here actually reminded me of Hansel and Gretel. But honestly, it was super hot, so we couldn't handle being outside too long. We decided to go back to the hotel and relax in the pool. Not much longer, it's time to go, so I got some last minute footage and photos of the beautiful views. I thought that a day trip to Saba was totally worth it. They actually do have an airport here too, but I wouldn't really recommend coming here for too long because the island is so tiny. And here's a going away shot of Saba as we departed. After our day trip to Saba and going to St. Bart's the prior day, I think that was the best way to go about it actually. For one thing, Saba's really tiny and St. Bart's is very expensive for most people. Although St. Bart's, I think you could go for a little longer if you're interested in privacy. Right before evening time, we're back in St. Martin. I decided I really wanted to try skipjacks of St. Martin. It seems really popular actually. Everyone says that if you want to eat lobster in St. Martin, this is the best place. Here you can pick your lobster and take a photo with it. My lobster was 4 pounds and that's massive, but actually it's small over here. For me, it was the biggest lobster that I'd ever eaten to date. It was actually a few $100s for that lobster too. It's expensive. But you know, I love to try new things. That's what traveling is all about. Anyways, that wraps it up for day 3. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching!